Hey, this is Seth with In Demand Career. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my July 2022 digital marketing career walkthrough video, where I'm going to take you through just a handful of the over 209,000 open digital marketing jobs in the United States. There's hundreds of thousands more open jobs throughout the world, and I'm going to take you through these job postings and help you decipher the language used by job posters to understand what they're actually looking for and how to decode that language, because what employers often say is not the reality of what they're looking for, and that's how I've helped so many of my students get jobs. So let's start out with this position. It's paid search specialist from Brado. It's a remote position. 4 days ago, it's had 157 applicants. Now again, when you guys see remote jobs, you're going to see a lot of applicants, but as I show you in this video and other walkthrough videos, let's use LinkedIn Premium to see what your competition is actually like. So this job says Chicago, St. Louis, or remote, which is a really good thing to see, because again, guys, even if a job says that it's a in-house job, if a company cannot find somebody in the local area, which is often the case with digital marketing, they will be forced to offer remote jobs. And I want you to keep that in mind when you are applying, because any job can become remote with the right conversation. But anyway, this job is remote. And it says evaluate digital performance primarily on Google ads with some display and paid social, meaning Google Display Network and Facebook ads. Sets up campaigns, assists paid managers in campaign management, stay up to date with the latest SEM, organizational skills. And here's I love this here. 0 to 2 years of digital campaign creation and management. Okay, 0 to 2. And like pretty much anyone watching this has 0 years of experience. That is an indication that this is definitely an entry-level position, definitely worth applying for. When it says experience with Google Ads is a plus, just experience with Google Ads is a plus, and that is what you will have if you've been going through and doing my course. Now let's look at the competition here. Hold on a second. I have to hit refresh. Sometimes on LinkedIn, the LinkedIn Premium competitive metrics don't load right away. So look at the other applicants, and I want you to see, as I pointed out before, that nobody of the 159 applicants has any marketing experience. And it's a little bit baffling considering they say right in the job posting they need someone to help with Google Ads. No one with Google Ads. You've got some programmers, object-oriented programming, CSS, Bing ads, which is okay, interpersonal communication, Instagram marketing, and database management system. So looks like maybe a couple of the applicants have a little bit of social media experience, but there's nothing about Google Ads, so you will definitely stand out in this with this job. So this is looks like a good agency. I would definitely check this one out. Let's go over to digital marketing, advertising specialist, Facebook, Instagram, Google. They're located in Louisiana. Right away, you see remote, it makes sense, because Louisiana just is, there's not, it's just not like New York or LA where there's a lot of people. It's, it's a less populated state, so there's going to be fewer digital marketers there. 2 days ago, 126 applicants. Our culture is all about transparency, support, and office dogs, even though it's remote. Creating digital marketing campaigns, implementing plans and objectives, analyzing data. And I like how it says key job requirements. Oh, and I like how that, by the way, the job I just closed didn't say anything about a college degree, which is what it's like in this industry. They don't care, even if it says that on the posting, but it didn't even say it on the posting. This one also doesn't say anything about a college degree because it is irrelevant. As I have showed you in other videos, you don't learn anything about digital in college. 1 year paid search experience, AdWords, Facebook. Absolutely. And guys, when I said 1 year, it doesn't mean you literally have to have worked at a job for 365 days. It means you could have generated your own experience in my course in just a few months, and you will likely be a more compelling candidate than most other applicants. Let's take a look. Once again, 126 applicants. Maybe 1 or 2 people have digital marketing as a skill set. It doesn't even say specifically Google Ads, search engine management, or Facebook ads. You've got communication, content marketing, which is SEO, which is not what this job is. You've got customer service, leadership, as I make fun of in every video. Leadership is an important quality, but putting on a resume is silly, because leadership would be, it's like if I was the manager at this company. That's leadership demonstrated. If you just put leadership as a skill set, it's kind of silly. Social media communications, that is not what this job is about. Photoshop, definitely not what this job is about. So you already, guys, anyone in my course right now could be a good applicant for this this job. Now, guys, I wanted to jump over to this message I got from Darian, who's a student of mine who got a job, I don't know, it was a couple of weeks ago. And he said, sorry for the delay. First week of work was a whirlwind. He got a job with no experience. My main focus was PPC in your course, so I was kind of surprised I got hired for an SEO role. Strategist management role, no less. I was basically anxious for the first few days, but it's actually been surprisingly relaxed environment compared to my self-employed 80 hours a week before. I was worried I didn't know enough to get into an agency, but as I got in there and saw what they were doing, I was pretty shocked. It's a smaller company that doesn't have much training or structure, and almost all the other employees are recent college grads that don't understand anything about the principles you teach behind the tools. Many of the employees are just checking the boxes but don't understand how it actually works. With just the 2 months of experience with your class, I was able to jump in there and truly shine. My boss is having me give presentations on my specialties in digital marketing, which is basically a lot of your course fundamentals and the why behind it, which all these recent grads don't understand. I got really lucky finding this job as a perfect situation for me to offer my experience managing in smaller companies paired with the excellent know-how you taught in your class. Now, to have experienced all those in your course has helped me look like a rock star in this new field. Guys, again, I'm not saying this to toot my own horn. I'm just trying to give you a real-world example of you hear me in these digital marketing walkthrough videos again and again say you're going to stand out, you're going to be a great candidate, you're better than all the other candidates. This is what happens. Like I said, even though this company's been hiring people, Darian knows more than they do, and he's like teaching them now, which is amazing. Even, when I talk to Rain, my student with the MBA, he says, there's people who say they have 2 to 3 years of experience with Google Ads, and they don't know that much. You probably know more than them. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of context as we go through these job postings. You understand that what I say in this job posting, I know it could be very, you might say, really? Could I really do this? Am I really qualified? Yes, it's right here. This is what's happening with this student right now. And that's the other thing is you got 16 of those applicants came from Pakistan and a few from Nigeria, which is nothing against those countries, but most of these positions, as I say to people, is like if you're a U.S.-based company, you are more than likely going to need to hire a U.S. citizen or someone with a work visa, not somebody who's from overseas. So if you're based in the U.S., you have these skill sets, you are more than likely, as I said, a very compelling candidate here. Plus, looks like they have pretty cool culture things, insurance, social hour Thursdays, even on Zoom, a virtual office, summer Fridays, is that the workplace culture in most of these agencies is very good. Here is a paid search analyst, another remote job. It's been up for 2 days with 30 applicants. Work reduce, industry leader in providing expert talent solutions. Create, implement, track paid search campaigns, Google Ads, Bing Ads. That is what we teach in the course. And then again, you see 1 to 2 years of hands-on paid search experience. Remember, guys, when you see 1 year experience, 2 year experience, that is another code. That means we are open to someone with any experience. Okay, it's very, very minimal experience. And I've had people get jobs with 1 month experience, 2 month experience, even if the job posting says 4 years experience, because there's just such a lack of skilled workers in this field. Certifications, Google Ads, you'll have that from the course. Remote, 21 days of paid leave, which is amazing for an American company. That is amazing. You usually only see that in European companies. Same thing over here, guys. 30 applicants. Nobody has digital marketing skills. If someone knows Google Analytics, got customer service, PowerPoint, time management, communication, problem solving, sales, and again, leadership. And somebody knows Google Tag Manager. But nobody here actually knows Google AdWords or Bing Ads. So right away, I would apply for this job. And yeah, you will stand out. I mean, I drive this point home, guys. I want you to feel most of the time when you guys are on LinkedIn, I know, and you see 30 applicants, 50 applicants, 100 guys, what happens is the tendency is you get nervous and you think, oh my God, I'm competing against all these incredibly talented people with more experience than me. I do this to show you that you are not competing against like major league competitors, okay? You're competing against people that have no idea what they're doing. So you, even with my course, and even if you've only been running one campaign, you are ahead of the other people. And also, I just wanted to point out, you can also, if you see a good job on LinkedIn, you can go to that company's LinkedIn company page and go to their jobs section. And like this place has 78 open jobs. They have another paid search position, search professionals, paid social specialist, media planner. There's a lot of other digital marketing positions. And you should get into that habit of, if you see a company that you like, look for their open positions and people that work there. Here is digital marketing specialist remote, Yellow Springs, Ohio. 1 week ago, again, 163 applicants. Xylem, the tissue implants that brings water upward from the roots, a leading global water technology company. That's cool. These guys are all about water. It's always nice when you can work for a place that does something that you believe in or that you like. So, essential duties, well-versed in all things digital marketing, which you will be after the course, SEO, content strategy, PPC, social media, email marketing, everything we do in the course. Minimum of 2 years background with digital marketing. Again, when you see 2 years, it doesn't mean you actually need 2 years. 4-year college degree is required. It is not. I am telling you guys, they are, look at this. Look at this. They put this in here, and I tell you, it's not the people who are hiring for the job. The actual digital marketers are not putting this stupid degree requirement. They're not. The HR person is putting it in there. Because if you're decisive with good judgment, you have you have the experience, you have the knowledge, you got experience with Google Ads and Tag Manager. And by the way, I love how it says minimum 2 years background with digital marketing. Then over here it says preferred qualifications, experience with Google AdWords. Well, if you have 2 years background with digital marketing, shouldn't you have experience with Google Ads? This is why I'm pointing out these inconsistencies to you guys, so you don't get intimidated. You don't think it's set in stone when they say, "Oh, you don't have 2 years experience, go away." They will be interested in talking to you. They offer you professional development, rewards. I don't know what Watermark is. Oh, it has to do with the fact they're a water company. Again, these companies are going to try to sell themselves to you because they really need to find talent. And as I've been saying again and again, use LinkedIn Premium to boost your confidence, guys. They've got people applying it says advertising. That is so general. That's not digital marketing. That could be like, I don't know, a knowledge of billboard marketing or customer research or focus groups or something. Customer service, that is another great indication. These people are not knowledgeable. Public speaking, Excel, sales, Word, event planning. How does event planning have anything to do with SEO or PPC? It doesn't. And then social media marketing, which is that's not PPC. So, these people have bachelor's degrees, but what happens with a company like this is that, they put bachelor's degree in the the description. They're getting all these people with bachelor's degrees who don't know anything. And so the HR people are like, well, we need someone with that bachelor's degree. We really, really do. And nobody's showing up that knows a thing. And then you show up, and if you have a degree, great. But if you don't have a degree and you're like, hey, I've run PPC campaigns, I've did an SEO audit, I'm learning this, I'm learning that, I actually got hands-on experience, I didn't spend 4 years in a classroom learning nothing, they are going to be impressed by you. I feel like a preacher. I'm always saying this, but I know you guys need to hear it again and again because it goes counter to all the nonsense you were taught in school. Here is digital marketing coordinator. So this is over 200 applicants. Now, one of the things about coordinator, so when you see the word coordinator, I'm going to have a variety of different types of positions in this video. Coordinator usually is not an analyst position, meaning you're probably not going to be working on actual accounts. You're probably going to be assisting or doing something with the communication between analysts. So it says here, assist in creation, execution, optimization of demand generation programs, campaign analysis, collaborate with cross-functional colleagues, collaborate with cross-functional colleagues, organize data, maintain best practices, 1-3 years of experience. So this isn't exactly a coordinator position. Now it actually looks like it might be a little bit better of a position with more actual campaign management. But again, when they say 1 to 3 years experience in digital marketing, that is another, again, indication that it is an entry-level position. Ignore this, as I've just explained again, and look at this, okay? 411 applicants. There isn't a single person, according to this. Guys, this is crazy. There isn't even a single digital marketing skill set here among the top 10 most common skills. You've got leadership, again, HubSpot, which does have to do with SEO, so that's a little bit relevant. B2C, which is business to consumer, sports management, experience design, creativity skills, which is really general. Proofreading, I could hire someone off Fiverr to do proofreading. Adobe Audition, which is audio, CSS, and SC clearance. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. And what this tells me, guys, is that these guys are drowning, okay? They are drowning in applicants for this position for some reason. I don't know why, this particular position, because it's remote. and not a single person is going to be able to talk about A/B split testing, campaign analysis, Google Ads. You guys should apply for this position just to have the experience of having a company get in touch with you, like really grateful to have heard from you and your resume. Because I'm telling you, man, I have been in this position. When you've seen 400 resumes and they're all not good, I'll try to be polite, you get desperate. It's like being on a dating site and you're just like, no, you know. So I want you to keep that in mind. So this is a good opportunity. Here is a digital marketing optimization specialist at Dice, which is another really cool looking agency. This is very interesting because it's been up for a week. They've only had 4 applicants. So in that case, it looks like a couple of those applicants do have Google Ads skills, but it's only 4 applicants. So you definitely would be a welcome submission if you apply for this job. And it says right at the top, willingness to learn and expand skills in order to assist the digital team's objectives. When it says at the top, willingness to learn and expand skills, that is another bing, 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 big green flag, not red flag, green flag. This is a good opportunity. They want you to learn. They want to train you. They want to give you more experience. And they talk about SEM, SEO. So this is a hands-on position. And it says 2 to 4 years of digital optimization experience. That's probably why they didn't get as many people, because this is really, I'm going to talk about this later in some of these other posts. When they say entry level, then they say 2 to 4 years. Again, guys, most of these guys posting these, don't take them literally, okay? It says 2 to 4 years. Ignore it. Ignore it. Because they say here, willingness to learn and expand skills. Now, if you have 4 years of experience, obviously they want someone that's continuing to learn, but that wouldn't be the top. If they wanted someone with 4 years experience, the top required skill would be like, have you managed $10,000 a month in ad budget? It'd be very, 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 very serious and very specific. But the fact they have willingness to learn at the top means, again, this is an entry-level position. The fact, and then it says here, Google Keyword Planner, Google Analytics experience required. Of course, if you have 2 to 4 years experience, you should have plenty of experience with these tools. So what I'm saying is, don't be intimidated. Apply for this one too. Everything you've done in the course, if you've done everything in the course, you definitely could get this job. Here is a digital marketing associate with Kroll. 1 week ago, over 200 applicants. Cyber risk team, 3,200 cases a year. They want you to report to the head of digital marketing in London, assist in planning execution of global digital marketing campaigns, drive inbound lead generation, strategic SEM, SEO. That's paid search and SEO. Communicate and collaborate with agencies, partner with publishing team. Sounds like a great agency job. And at least this one says bachelor's degree level or equivalent in marketing. Now, the funniest thing to me is that the equivalent of a bachelor's degree in marketing, if you've watched my other video about how incredibly silly that degree is, the equivalent would be sitting on your butt for 4 years. I mean, you're learning nothing. So what you have in the course is worth like 20 bachelor's degrees. So 2+ years experience in B2B marketing. Again, you can ignore that. 2 years is an indicator that they're looking for people who are, they're open to anybody that knows anything. And here's another one, desirable Google Ads certification. As I've said this in other videos, if you have 2 years of experience, you should be Google Ads certified. It's like saying to a truck driver, we need somebody with 10 years of experience. And if you have a license, that would be nice. Of course, you're going to have a license. And then it says here, that actually caught me off guard. Additional language skills such as French, Spanish, Italian, Dutch, or German. Okay, so guys, if you're in the course and you are bilingual and you've done everything in the course, you will be a huge standout. And once again, 303 applicants, guys. Look at the skill sets. I mean, this would be driving me crazy if I'm getting application after application. They're like, I'm really good at Microsoft PowerPoint. And they're like, do you know anything about SEO or SEM? What's SEM? I know about event planning. I know about nonprofit organizations. I know about photography. I know about teamwork. Will you hire me to manage 10 million, not 10 million, but will you hire me to manage advertising? No. So you definitely, it's like really funny to me to see that senior level applicants are applying without any relevant skill sets. So I would definitely check this out. The place is called Kroll, like Nick Kroll, the comedian. So I remember that. And I think it's a good one. Here is Obvio Health, another remote job, 188 applicants, 5 days ago. The digital marketing associate will handle aspects of digital marketing, PPC, SEO, paid and organic social media marketing, email automation. SEO and paid media agencies. Work with our graphic designer to create assets. That's really good, actually, because they're not asking you to actually design anything. That's a big red flag I talk about later. Quick learner, and then it says 3 years experience. So like I said, when it says quick learner and then it says 3 years experience, I would listen more to the fact that it says quick learner and the fact that it's posted under entry level, meaning you do not have to have 3 years of experience. I say this again and again because it is so counter to what you've been taught. But even if a job posting says 3 or 4 years of experience, I've had so many students who had 6 months of experience or even 3 months of experience get hired. Here is another one that absolutely blows my mind. I want you to, again, think about the fact it says 3 years experience. And by the way, this is why they're getting such irrelevant applications, because they put it under entry level, then they put 3 years of experience. It really confuses people who are actually qualified for this position. So your competitors know CSS, Creative Cloud, project management, employee training, reader's advisory. Don't know what that is. Metadata standards, Adobe Illustrator, and Photoshop. Nothing in here. Nobody of those over 188 applicants knows anything about SEO or PPC. So I'm just going to keep going through these guys. And somehow, that's really funny. I don't know how I ended up on this tab, but I did. Now I'm going to jump back. Let's go back. Here we go. Dealer Inspire, Digital Marketing Account Manager. Now, I mentioned these guys because these guys have hired a lot of my students over from time to time, and they always seem to be hiring. They focus specifically on the automotive industry and like car dealerships. And look at this job posting. Required skills. I like excellent customer service skills. That they shouldn't have put that at the top. Let me see. Looks like they had a couple of people submit who have Google Ads experience, but I would say if I were writing this job posting, I wouldn't put customer service because anyone can have customer service skills, but having real world SEO or SEM experience is very rare. When it says here, strong knowledge of paid search, Google Analytics, SEO fundamentals. Remember, guys, what does everyone in all my successful interviews say? When you geek out about your knowledge about digital marketing, that is what inspires people to hire you. And they're saying it right here. Yes, they want you to have experience, and you will have that from the course, but you demonstrate your knowledge, and you will definitely be a very strong candidate. Let's jump over to Lehigh, Utah for this remote digital marketing specialist position. It says minimum 1 to 3 years experience right away. That's another green flag indicating very low barrier for entry, emphasis on digital marketing, experience planning, managing, or executing marketing plans preferred. I like that. You have 1 to 3 years of experience, and the fact that you've actually done marketing would be preferred. Again, these are all little indicators that I point out again and again for you to understand what's behind the words in the job posting, so you feel more and more confident. And they put working knowledge of Excel, PowerPoint. That is such a mistake on their part because they're probably getting people applying for this job. That's really, they want someone who understands SEO and SEM. They're probably getting a lot of people that are like, I know PowerPoint. Will you hire me to manage ads? 3 weeks paid time off, 401k. Looks like they do have a new office building with some cool stuff, yoga classes, snacks, networking events, even though it is a remote position. Now, one of the things I noticed about this is that it says open to people in Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Michigan, New Jersey, Oregon, Texas, Utah. Now, it says you must reside in one of these listed states, but I just want to use this as a way to pivot into another point, which is that even if a job, now this says remote, if a job says it's not remote, you can still have a negotiation. Like, for instance, I don't quite understand why you wouldn't be allowed to work for this company if you don't live in one of these licensed states. And maybe you could be an independent contractor. But one thing I want to just, again, point out again and again is that they have gotten no good applicants. Okay, 217 applicants who don't know anything about marketing. You've got customer satisfaction, Microsoft Word, public speaking, research, account management, which is very, very general. And like one person knows Google Analytics. So if you're in a position where you have a bit of power or leverage in a negotiation, you could say, look, hey, I'd really love to work here, but I live in New York State. I don't live in one of these states. Can you guys work with me? Is there some way I can work with you? And they probably will come up with a solution like, well, maybe you'll be an independent contractor for a little while. But you can use that same way of thinking even if the job is hybrid or is not remote at all. Because again, these companies, a company based in Lehigh, Utah, where the population is like 60,000 because I looked it up, they're not finding anyone local who can do this job. And if they need your skill set, you have leverage in that negotiation, and you can turn a non-remote job into a remote job, or you might even be able to apply for this job even if you don't live in one of these states. So I wouldn't be intimidated by that. I say always apply. If the worst case scenario, it's good networking, and I think you'd have a really good shot at getting an interview for this job. Here is digital marketing specialist, Propeller Aero, Denver hybrid. So this is $70,000 to $82,000 a year. That's very good. Their digital marketing efforts include SEO, paid search, digital content, own and optimize digital marketing channels, SEO, PPC, paid social, i.e. Facebook ads, analyze and report on strategies. And it says they want 2 years experience, hands-on SEO and SEM experience. Once again, guys, 2 years experience that is another one of those green flags saying they're open to people that just have really good knowledge, a strong knowledge of search engine algorithms and ranking strategies, understanding of Google Analytics, understanding of how SEM impacts conversion. Again, they're looking for your knowledge and most likely the way that you think about things. And your familiarity with SEMrush, Google Ads, and everything like that. Now, this is another one where, it looks like people applying. Someone says digital marketing, Google Ads, and Facebook ads. But you also got Adobe Illustrator, online research, application migrations, help desk support, and policy writing, which again has absolutely nothing to do with digital marketing. Also, it looks like there's been a few out of the country applicants, even though it says right here, this is like a Colorado-based hybrid position. And once again, I do think that when they're not getting enough applicants, you really can apply even if you don't live in Denver, and see if they're open to that, because like I said, they're in a position where they need something that you guys have. Here's digital marketing strategist, talent. Oh, that's cute. 1 week ago, 5 applicants. So right off the bat, you know that they do not have a big pool of people to look at. And that's another reason why I picked this, even though it says 2 to 4 years of managing online marketing campaigns. And again, it says associate, but that usually should be entry level, not 2 to 4 years of experience. But when you see that 2 years of experience, 2 to 4 years, guys, again, 2 to 4 years experience in this industry is huge. It's the difference between sophomore and senior year. So again, what they're saying is they're kind of throwing out, they're throwing something at the wall, see what sticks, and they just want to find somebody who has, a good knowledge and understanding. They're, the 5 people who have applied, maybe one person has Google Ads experience. Other people are applying with graphic design, fan page creation, design, training, organizational skills. Nobody is showing any experience. Maybe that one person has the Google Ads experience, but most of them do not have pay-per-click experience or webmaster tools or SEO. This is one of those jobs where you'd want to put on your resume that you know both PPC and SEO, and you would definitely stand out from the other 5 applicants. Here's an SEO specialist at Sprout Social. I included this one as remote because Sprout Social is it's a pretty cool company, and it says, this is a little bit intimidating. It says 3 years of overall marketing experience, 2 years SEO experience, but an understanding of keyword research. It says understanding. Again, when you see the word understanding, that's another indicator. They're not looking for someone that's like, you must have 5 years of experience working with huge brands. But what's interesting is they say within 1 month you will learn about and be trained on their marketing funnel, work with the SEO manager. It's like familiar. It's like they're giving you this roadmap, and it seems like basically what I'm getting is they're going to provide you with a lot of training, which I think it's a good opportunity. Now, it looks like in this case, the applicants in this situation do have some relevant experience. They got search engine optimization. So it looks like in this case, there might be some qualified applicants, but that's okay, guys. I've shown you a lot of low-hanging fruit, but I also don't want you to be afraid to apply for positions where it looks like a good position, but there's some competition. But I also, again, I wanted to show you the difference between 63 or 100 applicants that are actually okay. We're getting to the home stretch here. We're almost done, but we still got a few more to go over. So this is a digital marketing coordinator, and when you see the word coordinator, as I mentioned earlier, usually that is an indication that it's not a analyst position. It may be something where it's a little more entry level, a little more just like, as I said, coordinating communication between different departments. Now, in this case, that is actually the case here, because it says they want you to optimize and publish content across web properties, which is like publishing posts. That's not analysis. Edit, author content. They want you to do compelling visual assets and they want to do a little research analysis to support campaign activity. So this is a very junior position, guys. And I don't always show these because I really like to push you guys to get into an analyst position. But if you are in a situation where you really want a very, very entry-level role, this is a good one. And it even says here, they want, like I said, 1 year of experience in digital marketing, which again is means you don't really have that much experience. They want you to have a knowledge of SEM, and a familiarity with CRMs, which is not something I really teach in the course. That's customer, what's the word? I forgot. Customer relationship management platforms like Salesforce, which is, again, stuff you can learn really easily. But again, what I wanted to show you here, again, is that nobody applying for this has any digital marketing really experience, other than say digital marketing, but you got PowerPoint, Illustrator, graphic design, problem solving, leadership. So these are all people who have no digital marketing knowledge at all. So if you came into this position, if you wanted to do this kind of very, very entry-level thing, you'd definitely be a standout candidate from the other candidates. Here, this is a very interesting one because this is $100,000 a year in an SEM position. Now it says 5 years of hands-on experience, and it looks like flexible hybrid work, minimum of 3 weeks off, company holidays. I'm throwing this in there because this is a legit opportunity. I don't know if I actually had any postings in this walkthrough video. Let me see here. Yeah, okay, so this this is actually a bad listing. I'm going to compare the two, and I want to. This is I think this will be educational in a few different ways. So this is a true, a good job opportunity that should attract some decent applicants because $100,000 a year for 5 years of experience, hands-on experience, that is an appropriate compensation. And so I don't know why they don't actually have more applicants, like quality applicants here, but this could be an opportunity for you because it's saying they have a six-figure job here, and the people applying, maybe someone has digital marketing, but they have leadership, business to business, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Lightroom, cinematography. I don't know why you'd think you'd be qualified to do this job and make six figures. I think sometimes people see the six figures and they just apply. But I just want to tell you just objectively, and with equity in the company, paying someone six figures for 5 years of experience, that's really, really good. It is very hard for companies to find someone with 5 years of experience on LinkedIn because at that level, you are usually just getting headhunted or recruiters are, trying to find you, and, that you're going to be in bidding wars with different companies and things like that. But this is a really good job posting because it clearly is a very data-intensive job, and it's compensating well. Now, come over here, you've got this company, New American Funding, which is like a finance company, and it says a passion, knack for attention to detail, good leadership skills. These are not like, right away I could tell this is an entry-level position. It says entry-level, and those are the types of words you see in an entry-level position when they talk about passion and attention to detail and leadership skills, communication. Whereas this job posting talked about absolutely implementing SEM strategy roadmap, conduct DDL keyword research, etc. It's much more specific to the actual task, whereas this is more like personality stuff. Now, talking about collaborating with design team, advertising copy, landing pages. Again, this is still this isn't like hardcore data stuff. But here's the thing. It says here, minimum 5 years experience in digital marketing, experience in education marketing preferred. This is why these guys are getting even worse applicants because they don't put the salary, they say it's entry level, and then they say 5 years experience. So this is an entry-level position, guys. And so when you see a posting like this, and I probably should do a whole video about this because I know it's frustrating when you see something that says entry-level and they say, oh, you want 5 years experience. Don't get upset about it. Just understand that whoever posted this may be an idiot. So, or, the HR people might have gotten involved and they don't understand that they're probably paying, I don't know, $40, $50, maybe $60,000 for this job, and they don't understand that at 5 years experience, they should be paying $100,000. So they're just not educated. It says knowledge of website analytic tools, knowledge of ad serving tools, SEO, SEM, email, et cetera, et cetera. You guys have all this stuff, and all the other applicants, because of how poorly the job posting, because the 5 years experience is probably scaring away anyone with any experience. It says entry level and it says 5 years experience, which is also very confusing. Look at the applicants. Social media, customer service, event planning. Guys, I don't know what makes someone think that their ability to put a wedding together makes them qualified to manage Google Ads. Public relations, problem solving, leadership, communication, sales. So these are all terrible applicants. So you will stand out immediately and you will say, I have 3 months of experience, and they're going to say, thank God, we've got 73 other applicants who don't even know what digital marketing is. So that is a little lesson there. This one also, why did I even put this one in here? Because this is a digital marketing specialist. Oh, so this is one of those jobs that says digital marketing specialist that is not. And again, I don't usually like to point those out, but I wanted you to just be aware of it. So it says design, development, and deliver engaging marketing campaigns, but they want you to have design, like a proven portfolio, solid design fundamentals. That's not a digital marketing job. That's a design job. So you look at the people applying: Microsoft Office, public speaking, team building. It's funny, they don't even have anyone apply who has a design because they mixed up their metaphors. They said it's digital marketing, but then it's really, if you have to decipher it to see that it's actually a design job. And they want someone proficient in HTML. So do you want a web developer? Do you want a digital marketer? Or do you want a graphic designer? When you see a job like this, it is possible to come into this with confidence and command the conversation and say, look, guys, I only do digital marketing. If you want a graphic designer, you need to hire that. Do that. Or you can just ignore it. But I just want you to be aware of this, that you may see job postings like this, and you should steer clear of them. Here is the Community Service Society of New York, digital marketing specialist, $64,000 a year, full-time, associate, 32 applicants. Minimum 1 to 3 years of experience in digital marketing, preferably a nonprofit. If you guys have taken advantage of that Google Ads grant, or if you work with Catch-A-Fire in my course, you would already have a leg up on this. High level of comfort with technology, digital media platforms, and a willingness to learn new skills. I like that. Minimum 1 to 3 years experience, definitely entry level experience with. Now again, this is where, so when it says social media, community management, and digital advertising, those are two different things. And again, I'd rather you have a bad interview where you were just being confident, where you say, look, I am not here to manage your Facebook community. I'm here to run your Google Ads. And they're two separate skill sets. But once again, when you talk to these guys, you should feel confident to speak that way, because none of these other 32 applicants knows anything. You got Microsoft Office, Adobe Photoshop, email marketing, social media marketing, graphic design, and search engine optimization. But they didn't talk about search engine optimization in here, although they probably would be interested in that. But when they say Google Ads, I mean, they just threw that in there. And Google Ads, like I said, it's a separate job. So I'm very confident that these guys are not getting qualified applicants. You can come in there, find out more about what the job actually requires, and be a leader in the conversation and explain what you do, and find out if they want, are they looking for a digital marketer? Are they looking for somebody to do social media management? Are they looking for someone to do public events? Okay, I just saw this. But yeah, you guys, I tell this to my students, you gotta set your boundaries with some of these companies, because it's like, do you guys want me to do digital marketing, or do you want me to do event planning here? Because it's confusing. Maybe the account is really small, so there's not so much time spent on Google Ads, in which case this wouldn't be the best opportunity. Anyway, guys, I'm just trying to give you a well-rounded view of all the different jobs, and this is one that you might want to check out, but you might want to skip it as well. Here's Expel, remote, 5 days ago. Provides you the space to get creative and build programs that get noticed. Own. Oh, so this was an interesting one, because it says, this is a really interesting one, because it says digital marketing specialist, which is, I don't think it really is. It says go-to person for Expel-led webinars to support digital media programs to grow the marketing funnel. So it seems like they kind of want you to do both digital marketing and also 3 years leading live webinars. Okay, I don't know what that means. Leading live webinars and familiarity with digital marketing campaigns. Okay, so this is a weird one, because, and again, I guess this is the part of the video, I know it's towards the end here, where I'm throwing up all the kind of weird postings to kind of give you some insight on that. Look at this. They got 80 applicants. They don't have a single person that has either digital marketing or webinar, live webinar experience, because the job posting is so confusing. It's like, do you want somebody to manage advertising, or do you want someone that's going to do webinars? They are totally different. You know, my video, is digital marketing good for introverts? It is. You shouldn't have to be somebody leading webinars to do a digital marketing job. But if you are the type of person who likes leading and speaking, and you have knowledge of Google Ads, you will definitely be better than any of these people. Look at these other skills: leadership, PowerPoint, HubSpot, Google Docs, Microsoft Office, Twitter. I love how it's just Twitter. It doesn't even say Twitter ads or Twitter following. It's just like, oh, do you tweet? Is that what you're saying? Communication, time management, public speaking, social media. So nobody here has any webinar experience, no digital marketing experience. And it says here, I like this actually, a bachelor's degree or a compelling story. Guys, this is actually really nice, and I'm glad I pointed out this posting for all of its shortcomings. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, tell them your story, guys. And you should do this with any job. You say, listen, I don't have a bachelor's degree because I decided that it was more important for me to learn about digital marketing. So I took this course and I got this client, and then I moved here and I did this. So much more interesting than like, I went to school like everybody told me, and I listened to a Shakespeare play, and now I have a degree in debt. You know, it's so much more interesting your story will be. And if you happen to have a degree, that's great too. Guys, I have a degree. so I know what that's like. But I hope these last few ones I've done have given you a few more ideas. Here's one: digital marketing specialist, paid search, entry level. Do you have expert level Microsoft Excel skills, pivot tables from the course, experience working with Google Ads? I do think it's kind of funny. It says deep experience and it says entry level. Paid search, Bing search, shopping campaigns, and bachelor's degree in business, mathematics, statistics, engineering. You do not need that, guys. You know how many students I have that are so data driven and do not have one of these ridiculous degrees? A progressive understanding of the interrelationship between paid media and other digital channels, which is what you learn in the course. Experience creating, optimizing product data feeds. Now, you might not have that from the course. This is a more advanced thing, but you can definitely learn that with what you have, the foundations that you've gotten in the course. Once again, there's some Google Ads applicants, search engine marketing applicants, those are the same thing. And then everybody else is graphic design, press releases, team building, and SQL. Again, doesn't have anything to do with product listing feeds or Google Ads or any of the stuff that they put in the job posting. So again, I definitely think that this is a good opportunity for you. Here's one that is the Eliason, I can't pronounce it, digital marketing specialist, develop, executing, managing digital marketing programs, search marketing, SEO, qualifications. This is another one where, I think this is another one where they don't have good applicants. They've got leadership, PowerPoint, SQL, analytics, problem solving. Why would you put MBA in here? This is the dumbest thing. Again, I tell you, an HR person did this. I don't know anybody working in digital marketing other than Rain, my student I interviewed, who has an MBA. It is absolutely irrelevant. What is relevant is experience or certification. I love it says experience and or certification with Google AdWords. Guys, they're basically saying we need somebody who's entry level. And it says entry level or associate, so that's what they're looking for. And they've got applicants coming from overseas, people with, again, very little digital marketing experience. This is another good opportunity. I'm going to try to wrap this up because I know I've been going for a while here. Last few, we've got digital marketing specialist, SEO, create, implements SEO audits, keyword research, 2 years experience, 2 years search engine optimization, SEO, search engine optimization experience required, and nobody who has applied has any search engine optimization experience. There's some Google ads, which is great, but that's not what this job is. So that, again, that's attention to detail, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, you cannot underestimate how bad people are when they apply to jobs. Literally, this is not a Google ads or search engine marketing job, but people are applying with those skill sets. And nobody here has SEO, leadership, graphic design, administration, and finance. When you guys see leadership, I want you to laugh and apply for the job, okay? Because it means the people applying don't know what the job requires. This one has, this is for SEO. This is a really good one. Here is paid media specialist in Austin. Now, it's $65K to $75K a year. This is hybrid. It does say you need to be in Austin or willing to relocate. It does happen from time to time, but it's 2 years experience in paid media, proven ability to learn and grow. Right there, guys, with your story about how you took the course. Kaboom. See, I'm getting emails while I'm doing this thing. Competitive salary, gym membership, 401k, all that stuff. And again, out of 18 applicants, maybe one has Google Ads. You got PowerPoint, direct sales, multi-channel marketing, event planning. Once again. So if you're willing to move to Austin or you live there, which I hear it's a really cool town, definitely check this one out. Here is, this is the USA Today Network. I'm going to go through this really quickly because, again, 2 years experience, which I think is funny. For USA Today Network, Gannett is a pretty big company. But it looks like it's a mixture of managing search engine campaigns and a little bit of, like, it says build rapport with client representatives, which may just be client-facing conversations, trouble performance issues, which is great, using best practices, which is what I teach in the course. And then, once again, it looks like in this case, a couple of the applicants have search engine marketing, but then you've got English, strategy, branding, and communication. So, and then you've got some applicants from overseas again. So, yeah, I think this is a good opportunity as well. Here's Yahoo. I actually don't know if I recommend this job. I just thought it was interesting because it looks like they want you to do advertising on Yahoo's display network, which honestly, I don't know anything about it because not that many people use Yahoo. But once again, out of all the other applicants who have experience in customer service, teamwork, InDesign, creative suite and public speaking, and Photoshop, even you could probably just show up with your experience in Google Ads and you would definitely be much more compelling than anyone who's got a customer service background for sure. All right, we're almost done here. Gallup, digital marketing paid search specialist, detailed-oriented analyst, 2 years of marketing, 1 year professional experience, certification, 1 year professional experience with Google Ads. Remember, guys, even though it says degree required, it's so silly. It doesn't really mean that. And in this one, you've got some people that have SEO, Google Ads, search engine marketing, but I think it's still a good option, and this is a big company. They do those Gallup polls, for politics and stuff. It looks like a cool company. You might want to check this out. I think we're at the tail end of things. I don't know. These are like not the best opportunities. I just put them in there because there are just so many. This is interesting though. Digital marketing specialist, paid social. So this is like Facebook ads, and it says 2 to 4 years of experience. But again, nobody who has applied of 100 people has Facebook ads. So they've got some Google ads, leadership, organizational skills, team building, not relevant. The fact, even if you've run one Facebook campaign in the course, and you know about search engine marketing and Google ads, you would definitely, you have that hands-on experience, and so you would definitely stand out from all the other applicants. Once again, they put entry level, but they put 2 to 4 years, and that's, again, they're just throwing it out there, hoping maybe somebody with more experience will apply, but as you can see, they are not. And now we're down to the last 3. We've got mind body, which sounds like a cool thing. Maybe it has to do with like mental health. You're familiar with Google Analytics, working knowledge of Excel, paid social performance for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So this is more of a paid social, but this is, again, 1 to 3 years of marketing experience. And nobody, once again, I just keep showing out. Now this is crazy. 520 applicants, guys. 520 resumes. And these guys have read all these resumes with people experienced in press release, Canva, event planning, Google Analytics, digital marketing, and organizational effectiveness. But nobody has actual paid media execution on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You'd think, also says here, Google ads and Apple ads, which I don't have much experience with that, but Google ads. I don't see Google ads. I don't see Facebook ads. I don't see Instagram ads. I don't see anything. So out of 520 people, I would just apply to this just to see if because I guarantee you these guys are drowning in bad applications. CrowdStrike, I was just indicating that if you, again, some of these companies, I've seen CrowdStrike all the time. They have 2,000 job openings. So if you type in Google ads and search, you can find other job openings. And here's the last one, which I think is kind of just more of what I've said before, which is that, Digital marketing associate, remote, partner with sales, effective campaigns that drive opportunities, which is really, they mean search engine management, Google ads, which again, when they don't just say Google ads or SEM, I think that's why they get such bad applicants. In this case, this is actually one of the worst ones. I think it's a great way to end the video. Maybe one person has Google ads, which is great, but everyone else has got Microsoft Word, Excel, Office, event planning, leadership, time management. I don't understand how it's not a hard skill at all. Customer service, public speaking, and photography, which has nothing to do with managing day-to-day operations of marketing activities on LinkedIn, Twitter, or paid search. So again, when these guys are vague in their language, it leads to them having really bad applicants, and then you have even more of an opportunity to stand out. So, all right, guys, this was a long one. I actually don't know how long I've been talking, but it's been a long time. So I hope I didn't bore you. I hope you found this exciting and inspirational, guys. Remember, even though everyone says the economy is, it's going up, it's going down, the number of jobs in digital marketing has remained above 200,000. And if you have questions about the potential recession's effect on digital marketing, I did make a video about that. It's on my channel. But this field is still the best place to be. Even if there is a recession, there is still an incredible need for skilled workers. There is an incredible lack of supply because the colleges are so bad at teaching this. Companies cannot find enough skilled workers, which is how my students get hired week after week. And if you want to know more about how this is possible in detail, please check out my free masterclass by clicking the link below. And you can always feel free to message me any questions at Seth@digitalcareerblueprint.com. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video.